Alex Heath, Strategic Advisor with ValOre Metals. I'm joined by Colin Smith, Head of New Project Review, to talk about the Mendes North Geochemical program that we've just initiated some news on. Colin, maybe you can give us a brief overview of those results.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Alex, and hello again, everyone. We're certainly excited to share with you the results of the Mendes North Geochemical program. Made a few slides here, so let's jump right into them. Just to remind everybody of where Mendes North is situated, there are 3 over kilometer scale targets within 7 kilometers of existing resources. We're very, very proximal to existing state highways, and there's a main road artery that goes directly adjacent to the 3 targets, and also some secondary roads that crosses right through some of them as well. Now here is a video of the target 2 area. As you see, it's right along a road. There's existing electrical lines run parallel to the road. For the sampling program, we sampled every 20 meters on lines that were spaced 100 meters apart. And this gave us a really good geochemical resolution of the area.
Yeah. Colin, are there other targets or PGE anomalies that are within the same sort of region?
Yeah, there certainly are, Alex. The next slide should touch on this quite nicely. And as you see here are the 3 Mendes North targets. And it's situated in this broad northeast, southwest trending prospective lithological unit called the Troya unit. Now this hosts the mafic to ultramafic intrusions, which host the PGE mineralization. And as you see, immediately to the southwest of Mendes North is the Mendes target. This has pretty good grades at surface in grad samples, and immediately to the northeast of Mendes North is the Galente West trend, which hosts some very, very high-grade grad samples at surface. Now, what did we have as existing data coming into the project for Mendes North? We originally had a raster image file of a ground mag grid that was done historically. We were able to find the raw data for that, and so reprocessed it, and allowed us to create a 3D isoshell model. And why do that? Well, that allows us to see how big are these mag bodies at depth and how close to surface are they.
Now, one of the main things that ValOre has been using to come up with these targets is this sort of exploration methodology that uses Worldview 3 technology with MAG technology. Can you maybe just summarize that for us? Tell us in fewer words, and I can explain it, how we're using this to come up with more targets.
Yeah, it's a great question, Alex. I mean, one of the beauties of Pedra Branca is that these ultramafic rocks are very distinct at surface, and if they're not outcropping, the superficial cover, which is over top of them, is very distinct in color as well. So as you see on the left-hand image here, this is the raw true color worldview imagery, and you're seeing these very broad, dark exposures of rock and or soil. That's something we want to pay close attention to, and even more so if those dark colored soils or exposures are underlain by mag high targets. So what you're seeing on the right-hand image is the outline of each of the Mendes North targets with the worldview spectral data, which is essentially fingerprinting these dark colors, and it's overlain on top of the 3D mag isoshell model, which essentially is just modeling where these mag bodies go at depth. It also shows that these mag bodies are shallow, if not outcropping at surface, which is obviously compelling from an exploration standpoint. Now, what are the results? Here they are. This is the PGE in soils, and as you can see, there are broad linear anomalies that range almost the entire span of the targets. Each target has very nice anomalies, and they're wide open in between targets. So that suggests that there is potential continuity of a over 3 kilometer strike length PGE bearing belt. Again, there's openness to the east here. These anomalies are not constrained. We're having soils that run right on the edge of the lines here in target 2, same with target 1, and target 3 is open to the north and to the east as well. So very excited by these results, of course.
So we have MAG, we have Worldview 3, and we have soils. So what's next after having all 3 of these?
Well, it's a good question, Alex. I mean, now that we've kind of distilled more refined target areas or AOIs to look at within the broader Mendes North targets, we're going to be following that up with detailed geological mapping, prospecting, and further soil sampling. In combination with the outcrop data that we collected in the field, we were able to distill a coarse inferred geological map, which you see on the left. As you'd expect, the elevated PGE numbers that we saw in soils were contiguous and correlative with the with the ultramafics that were observed in the field, and the mafics as well. An example is this serpentinized ultramafic rock, like the apritite that you see on the right-hand photo there. And so we were able to sort of correlate the outcrop data with the soil data and infer the geology. We're going to be looking to further refine that in the future and obviously follow up the openness of the anomalies. So we'll be looking to infill soil sample in between targets. We'll look to extend our lines to the east and to the north where the anomalies were cut off. And we're obviously going to be spending some time revisiting the actual anomalies themselves, doing some detailed mapping, rock sampling, and prospecting. There's also a very intriguing gold anomaly that showed up here that runs parallel to the line, suggesting there's some sort of an oblique structure, likely trending northwest southeast as opposed to the regional fabric that is running orthogonal to the lines. So we'll look to have a closer look at that and see what we can find.
Great. Thanks for the summary, Colin. If anyone has questions about the Mendes North program or about the Pedro Branca project in general, please visit our website at www.valoremetals.com, or you can send me an email at contact@valoremetals.com. Thanks a lot for watching.